Hi there, my name is Jessica, and I live in the Greater Vancouver area in BC, Canada. I could never afford braces as a kid, so now that I'm an adult, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I wanted to have less teeth crowding, and I wanted my bite to be a little bit more aligned. If you can tell, my bottom teeth, they're a little bit crowded and messed up, so I'd like to get those lined up a little bit. The top's not as bad, but things are a little, everything can be better. I've never had braces before, but I wanted them. But I did have a night guard, so I was a little bit used to having something in my mouth. But I barely wore it because it actually was quite annoying and would give me a little bit of jaw pain having that in my mouth. So I chose to go with NewSmile or NewSmile Life. Seems like it goes by that because they had a really good discount deal on their liners. And they even threw in some whitening foam, which I like the sound of. So I went and did that. So far my experience with this company has been a little so-so. The price was excellent. Like it was at least half as much as it would have been with someone else. But getting the aligners like into my hands took quite a while. I had to reach out to customer service several times to check on my scan appointment, when my predicted projected results were going to be ready, and when my aligners were supposed to be ready and shipped. I was going to do the impression kit, but then they reached out and said, "Hey, you could also get a discounted scan." So like I was supposed to pay 100, but then they were supposed to give me back 75 or something like that. Some line of that. But I haven't been able to get that refund yet. So it's been a while. So scheduling the scan itself took a while, but it was really fast and easy. They ran like some sort of weird rod over in my mouth, over my teeth until everything was just scanned, kind of just like a little photocopier. There's no weird gels, no molds. It was all done in around 5 to 10 minutes max. Um, haven't gotten the refund yet, but it seems like maybe their deal was really, really good and it got them a ton of business. So they're kind of just struggling with like this whole bunch of clients wanting their business right now. So it could be that their delays in customer service are related to that. Maybe they should hire some more people. First, I had to send in a bunch of pics of my teeth from a bunch of different angles. So like the tops, the bottoms, from the side kind of thing. And then I had to wait forever. Then they wanted some extra information. So things like, oh, do you have any issues? Or what do you want to work on? Even though I kind of already answered that originally. So it seemed a little redundant. Then I had to wait longer for that. And then I really had to bug them to kind of get my results coming. Like, hey, do you have my scan? Like this, I waited like a month or two since I went to the dentist, and they still hadn't heard from them. So I finally got them to give me like, oh, their projected results of what they thought was going to come out. And then I had to wait forever for them to be printed and actually sent to me. So I didn't make any changes to their plan because one, it had already taken like 3 months for me to actually, yeah, like it took like 3 months for me to actually get them. And so I wasn't going to mess around and try to make changes at this point. They have a satisfaction guarantee. So I intend to get my money's worth and be happy with my results. So if I need to change something near the end, I'm sure they'll do it, and I will probably make them do it if needed. Because I want everything to be perfect. Why did I do this if I'm just going to accept mediocre results, right? So I bought my package on November 19th of 2020. I got the preview done. Like, hey, this is what you look like now, and this is what you will look like after your treatment. This was supposed to take 8.5 months. And 2 months later, I got that preview that took until January 16th. So November 19th, January 16th is when I actually could see what they were predicting. And then I didn't get the actual liners until March 1st. So December, January, so over 3 months for me to actually get them in my hand. And they said it takes 4 to 5 weeks from the preview to actually get your liners delivered. And I was just like, guys, seriously? So when it actually arrived, they gave you one of those like post slits. So it doesn't just come right to your door. You have to go sign for them. It's probably because it's an expensive item. that was what I figured, but it was still kind of like, oh, I gotta go into the post office now and wait even longer. Especially if I don't check my mail until nighttime, and then I gotta wait for the next day. So it just took a little bit longer, but okay. So having to go sign. So anyway, let's see. Let's take a look at what it looked like. So this is the box. Open for a confident smile. And it's decently big, not so bad. Open it up. Ugh. It's got aligners and accessories. So for accessories, looks like we've got that teeth whitening foam that came with my deal. And so with this, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to like put it on a dry toothbrush, brush it on your teeth, leave it for 2 minutes, and then spit it out. The language on it is expectorate completely without rinsing. Like, I had to look that up. I had no idea what that meant. They just mean spit. I don't know why they didn't just say that, but whatever. So teeth whitening. I haven't noticed anything really from this yet, but it also says you're not supposed to rinse, eat, or drink for 15 minutes. So there's that. What else we have in here? Then we get the little chewies, the little aligner tray cedars. So what you do is you get these and you like until everything pops into the right place, because sometimes they can be a little like brittle and like hard to get in the right spots at first. So there's those, and then the last thing they have is they give you like your retainer, your final retainer for the very end, as well as some instructional care things, which I read fully before I started. Same with this thing, read fully before you start. And then if we look inside, it, there is a million of the different aligners. So let's see, this one is step 3. So it'll tell you which step you're on. This one over here, and they're decently in order. So step 5 is here, so that would be 10 weeks in that I would do this one. And I'm just going to open one and kind of show you how you keep track of them, because I did wonder how you're supposed to keep track, but it's imprinted on them. It's hard to see the black. Anyway, the black on there, it'll say your kind of client number, and then U for upper and L for lower or whatever, and then 2, 1, 3, depending on which one you're on. So this one, I know this one says U2, so that's upper 2, and this one is lower 2 because it's L2. So you can keep track of them that way. Put that back in there. They say to keep your old ones just in case as you move on. So if I were to move up a step, but then have it be weird, I can always go back down if I needed to like put more time into that one. So let's see. So they give you a bunch of the different aligners for the many weeks. So it's nice that they send you it all, but it probably would have been faster to just send the first one to me, because then I could have had 2 weeks of doing it while they printed the rest. So I feel like things could be more efficient over there. So yeah, we got the chewy things, we got the whitening foam, and then so the first set that I had, so I'm like 2 or 3 in right now, so pretty near the start. I've got 8.5 months to do. So the first set, it went in fine. It just felt like getting a night guard in kind of thing. It just fits you. You can feel it pushing a little bit in some spots, but that actually, kind of gives you the idea like, okay, yeah, it's moving my teeth. It's going to feel like that. It could be a little bit uncomfortable, but it does go away within the same day or maybe just a day or 2, and then you don't even notice them. So you really can't tell that you're wearing them, really. Like, I'm wearing mine now, and it's just not obvious. Like, my boyfriend got them too, and you might see his video, and yeah, you can't tell. Sometimes, like, I feel like, oh, why aren't you wearing them? It's like, I am wearing them. So you really can't tell. And I actually teach on Zoom, and so it gives me a teeny tiny bit of a lisp, as you can tell with the S's. But other than that, you get used to it. It's not too much of a problem. Speaking is easy. You can't tell via video that you have them on, or even in person. So there you go. They're a little bit of and they are thinner. They're actually quite thin compared to Night Guard even. So they haven't bugged me when I sleep. Sometimes I get a little bit of jaw pain, but that's just, again, probably the changes. Because I do want to make my bite more even. So that's probably what it's doing, and it's just hurting because that's just life. Real braces hurt too, so yeah, expect a little bit of uncomfortness. What are you gonna do? It's a great diet method too, because you always have to take them out to have anything other than a clear liquid. If you want to have a snack, you gotta take them out. You have your snack, and then you're gonna brush your teeth and put them back in. It's like such a hassle. So most of the time you're just like, oh, I don't need that snack. You actually end up dieting a little bit more. So let's see. So I just leave them in most of the day and then just take them out the one time for dinner and then put them right back in. And most of the time you don't have to think about it. And then that's all I've got. That's me for now. So conclusion-y, well, their customer service needs some work, but the price is so there. And like all of these companies, it's really just printing a thing in a certain shape. So as long as their methods of doing that are probably the same as everyone else's, there's no difference in their methods. Like, oh, this pushes this way. We need this to happen so that this thing goes over there. Like, they have the processes. It's all the same process, no matter which company you go with. So a low price doesn't mean low quality, in my opinion. So we'll find out, and stay tuned for my mid-session evaluation. Thank you for now.